This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Ocean City Department of Tourism.
Ocean City Sunfest is not only fun, it is the perfect family fun spot for you and your little ones. There are bouncy houses out on the beach, a hayride, yes, a hayride on the beach. But if you're still looking for more, jump aboard the Duckaneer located at the Talbot Street Pier. Shipmates can experience a magical journey with Buccaneer battles and sunken treasure. There are water cannons and face painting for the kiddies and sunset cocktails for the adults. The Duckaneer sets sail twice a day on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through September 29.
Now, if land is more your speed, then go fly a kite. No, literally. Enjoy hundreds of beautiful ground and high-flying displays as the Sunfest Kite Festival takes flight at 5th Street. Now in its 37th year, the Kite Loft sponsored event will feature competitions, games, and new this year, a vintage kite fly. Now that's something I'd like to see.
Agreed, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, both of those options seem great to me, but what about an activity that includes both land and sea? I'm talking stand-up paddleboard yoga.
Stand-up paddle yoga is one form of yoga that we've taken from a sport of stand-up paddling and adding those postures on a board. And what it does is it kind of combines the benefits of yoga with the benefits of stand-up paddling.
Yoga therapist Quinn teaches all types of yoga classes, including stand-up paddleboard yoga at 48th Street Water Sports. She says while a lot of the movements and poses are the same on the board as they are on the ground, being on the water really adds to the experience.
When we go through postures and breathing and visualization exercises on a board, the difference is that you're feeling kind of the imbalance of the water and you're challenging your muscles in a different way. And so it gives you a deeper strength, particularly in the core, than you can get from just yoga or just stand-up paddling. We combine the two. You can also create, obviously, a greater balance for yourself because you're having to balance on the board with the water moving.
So Kristen, I've never done yoga on solid ground. Uh-oh is right. Am I going to be able to do it on the water?
I think so. I'm going to walk you through everything, so
let's go give it a try.
All right, let's go.
I'm excited. Now we should mention that these boards are big, making them very stable in the water. And that board is anchored down so we don't float away.
All right, first you just want to, this is the center of the board here, so we're just going to kind of come into a table position right around that. So just getting on the board. There's something about being out in nature, just seeing it makes a difference. So being out on the water, adds that quality that we look for in yoga, which is to calm the mind, to calm the body, and allow for that healing to take place. And putting all that to-do list aside, because when you're balancing on a board, it's real difficult to remember your to-do list and have that going on. So it really helps you to create that mindfulness and be in the moment. So we're going to come over onto hands and knees. So you're just going to remember that's the center of the board, this space right here. We're just going to bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. So that comes like right underneath your belly, flowing through the body with your breath.
And by letting go of all of the outside distractions and focusing on my breathing, I was in that moment. I almost forgot I was on a paddleboard.
So we're going to put one foot and then the other foot right underneath your hips. And I want you to sit back like you're sitting on a chair. Yep, bring your hands to your knees and just slowly rise up so your hips are forward and you're finding that still point out in front of you. Very good. So you feel pretty good? All right. So from here, you're just going to bring your hands to your heart, prayer position, or lift your hands up, looking toward that still point, and just take a deep breath in. Open your hands wide, so you could open them wide. And you're going to bend your knees and drop down into a forward bend, dropping your head down. Good. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to your shins, flat back. And then exhale, dropping down. You want to add on? So we're going to bend your knees. We're going to come into a plank position, like a push-up. So I want you to step your feet back. So you're in a plank position. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Yeah. You're pulling your core in. Your back is strong. Now you can feel how when the water moves, how that challenges different muscles in your core. This is where stand-up paddle yoga really works. See if you could lift up your right leg straight back.
At this point in the lesson, I was feeling pretty confident. Or maybe a little too confident, but don't let my fall deter you.
It's for everyone, really. As long as you can stand on a board and you feel you can balance on the board, okay, and we kind of check that out before we add the yoga to it. But if you feel comfortable balancing on the board standing, then you can certainly do any of the postures in yoga on the board.
Well, I think I'm hooked. That was so much fun. You know, I felt all the stretches, I felt all the movements. I took a little swim.
You took a dip.
But it was refreshing.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that I definitely want to keep doing.
Wonderful. It's awesome.
And Jimmy and Lisa, I really did have a lot of fun. Hearing the water and the gentle rocking, it really helped me relax. But hey, that's not the only thing you can do here year-round, and you guys have more on that.
That's right, Sean. And for the residents who live on the peninsula year-round, we're just coming into our season.
Yeah, joining us to tell us more about the resort town's second season is Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan. Thanks for joining us.
Hey guys, nice to see you out here today. A beautiful day in Ocean City.
Yes, Sunfest.
It's Sunfest. It's hard to believe, 40 years. We're celebrating a 40-year anniversary, and this event started in 1975 as Save 6 for September, and it was for the first 6 days following Labor Day to try to just stretch the season a little bit longer into the fall. Look where we are now. We're almost near the end of the month. We've got the tents down the boardwalk. I mean, all the fun, food, music, activities. It's going to be a great weekend.
This has turned out to be a wonderful thing to attend. Any idea how many people usually come out for a Sunfest?
Yeah, it's probably going to be in that 125 to 150,000 range as far as attendance in Ocean City. And this year could be a record breaker. I mean, if you look at the weather and just look at the way the season's progressed, that could happen this year for the 40th anniversary.
You certainly have the sun for Sunfest. And you know, Ocean City really is a vibrant town year-round, isn't it?
It is. And you know, next week we have Wine Fest in Ocean City, and we roll into October, and there's Drive in the Skies, the parade of cars that go down the boardwalk. There's a beach maze that's set up for a couple of weeks in October. There's the Oktoberfest in October. So just as you even get into October, that's not even talking about the Winterfest of Lights, as the season just keeps moving a little bit further on.
Oh, wow.
So many things are going on.
Great things in Ocean City.
Mayor Rick Meehan, thank you so much
Jimmy.
for joining us
Thank
this
you.
afternoon. Now, if you'd like to know more about what Mayor Meehan just had to talk about the activities that are going on in Ocean City, all you have to do is go to WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. Delmarva Life's Sunfest celebration is just about over. Ho, 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 ho. Notice I said just about. Up next, we jump back into the fun with a stop at Trippers and a ride on the historic carousel.
Plus, what would Sunfest be without music? We roll call your Sunfest entertainment schedule. Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.